Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something super important, but maybe not always top of mind. Keeping that space under your house, the crawl space, dry.
Yeah.
Our goal here is to pull out the best ways to shield your home from water issues, especially looking at the benefits and, well, some local twists.
And we've been digging into some great info, specifically from the folks at Pacific Blue Mechanical and Plumbing. They really specialize in crawl space drainage services.
Okay, right. So let's unpack that, especially for our listeners in places like, say, Tsawwassen or Delta. This isn't just a bit of rain we're talking about.
No, it's different there.
Exactly. You've got that heavy, clay-rich soil. And what that means is when the big rains come, that clay just holds onto the water. It doesn't drain away easily. So you get this intense water pressure, hydrostatic pressure building up right against your foundation. That's the real danger zone we need to tackle.
That's spot on. And the drainage system, it's basically your first line of defense against that pressure and all the moisture that follows. If that pressure isn't dealt with, water will find a way in. And the first thing you'll notice, probably the air quality inside your actual house.
So what's happening when that moisture gets under the house? What does it actually do?
Well, it creates the perfect conditions for mold and mildew to grow. And those tiny spores, they don't just stay down there.
Right.
There's something called the stack effect that sort of naturally pulls air upwards in a house. So that damp, moldy air gets drawn right up into where you live.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's where those musty smells come from.
Yeah.
And it can really cause problems for people with breathing issues, asthma, allergies. Keeping it dry down there is just fundamental for healthy air upstairs.
Okay, so bad air. But what about the house itself, the actual bones of the building?
Yeah, that's the other big piece. If the wood, the joists, the beams, if they stay damp for too long, you get wood rot.
Which sounds bad.
It is bad. It weakens the structure, compromises the whole integrity of the home, cuts down on its lifespan, plus damp, dark places. That's like an invitation for pests, rodents, insects, they love it.
Okay, so structural damage, pests, bad air. If that wasn't enough reason, let's talk money. Because the research you looked at from Pacific Blue Mechanical highlighted some real financial benefits.
Absolutely. High humidity in the crawl space makes your heating and cooling system work way harder.
Your HVAC.
Yeah, exactly, your HVAC system. It has to constantly fight that extra moisture to, condition the air. It's a huge drain on efficiency.
How much are we talking?
Well, the research we saw suggests that getting that moisture under control can lead to energy savings of up to 20%.
Wait, 20%? Seriously, is that like a best case scenario or pretty achievable?
It's actually quite achievable, especially in areas with humid climates or, like we talked about, those clay soils that hold moisture near the foundation.
Wow.
You take that humidity load off the system, it just runs more efficiently. And think bigger picture too, resale value.
Right, buyers.
Buyers are smart. They know foundation issues are expensive. So having a proper working drainage system, that definitely boosts your home's value. One example we saw showed it increased market value by about 15%.
15%, that's huge. So, okay, signs to watch for. You mentioned musty smells. What else?
Yeah, musty smells are a big one. Also, any visible standing water down there, obviously. Visible mold growth. Sometimes even warped flooring upstairs can be a sign of too much moisture below.
Got it. So if you see those things, you need to act. What are the main tools the experts at Pacific Blue Mechanical talk about using?
It usually comes down to three key things working together. First, you've got French drains.
Okay.
These aren't just regular pipes, they're perforated pipes, usually set in gravel, designed to collect that subsurface water around the foundation, relieving that hydrostatic pressure we mentioned.
And once it collects the water,
It typically flows to the second tool, the sump pump. This is basically a pump in a pit or basin. When water reaches a certain level, it kicks on automatically.
it just pumps it out.
Pumps it out and away from the house so it doesn't just seep back in. And the third piece is the vapor barrier.
Right, like a big plastic sheet.
Essentially, yeah. It's a heavy-duty liner laid down over the dirt floor of the crawl space. Its job is to stop moisture evaporating up from the ground into the crawl space air.
So it manages moisture coming from below. Makes
Yep.
sense.
Exactly. It's a system. Drain, pump, barrier.
So investing in this kind of professional drainage, especially in tricky soil areas like Tsawwassen or Delta, it's not just fixing a problem, is it? It's more like protecting your investment.
Definitely. It's proactive. It stops those massive, costly repairs before they even start. Saves you money on energy, protects the structure, improves air quality.
And keeps the house value up.
Right. But maintenance is key too. Pacific Blue Mechanical stresses this. You got to make sure those drains aren't clogged, especially before rainy season, and that the sump pump is working. Regular checks are crucial.
Okay, great takeaway. So for you listening, think about this. What part of your home maintenance, if you tackled it now, could potentially cut your energy bills by up to 20% and maybe even boost your property value by 15%? That's the real power of keeping things dry under your house.
It really makes a difference.
Thanks again to the research highlighted by Pacific Blue Mechanical and Plumbing on keeping those foundations solid and dry. That's all for this deep dive.